In the United States, the media and entertainment industry is largely controlled by a few huge megacorporations. Last December, one of those megacorporations, Disney, put itself on the track to become even larger when it agreed to buy the bulk of Fox for $52 billion. This scale of acquisition in this industry is largely unprecedented. If it goes through, Disney will gain control of several Fox assets, including the online streaming service Hulu. Now, while Hulu may not be the most important part of the deal, it might be the most interesting. The first version of the Hulu product that we know today for shows like The Handmaid's Tale came out in 2008. Over the years, several different media companies and investment firms have come in and invested in part ownership of Hulu. But before the Disney acquisition goes through, the ownership of Hulu looks like this. 30% Comcast through NBC Universal, 30% Disney, 30% Fox through 21st Century Fox, and 10% Time Warner. So if Disney successfully acquires all of the Fox assets that they've bid on, they will now have control of that 30% Fox stake and gain a new 60% majority stake in the Hulu company. This would be a huge jump for Disney. Having a majority stake in the company means that they'd have more negotiating power in major decisions than anyone else. But Comcast NBC Universal still owns 30%. And even though that's half of what Disney will have, it's a big enough slice of the overall pie to prevent Disney from calling all the shots. Any major change will still require Comcast approval, inevitably making things more difficult for Disney and arguably making Comcast's stake more valuable. So, what's a megacorporation to do? Disney has several options. First, Disney could fork over a little bit more cash in addition to the $52 billion Fox deal and buy out Comcast and Time Warner's stakes in Hulu, giving them full control of the platform. This would probably cost somewhere around $1.75 billion, according to Time Warner's valuation of the company in 2016. Disney definitely has the capital to make this happen, but there are some additional consequences. If Comcast leaves, the Hulu platform would lose an enormous amount of content. Comcast NBC Universal is currently contributing incredibly popular series to the site like Seinfeld and South Park. Another option would be for Disney to allow Comcast to keep their 30% stake in Hulu, and then exercise their total control over the other streaming apps that they already own. Oh yeah, Disney already has their own streaming app called Disney Now, and has announced plans for 2 other streaming apps, one called ESPN Plus coming out in the spring, and the other one coming out sometime in 2019. So in this scenario, Disney could split content across various streaming platforms. For example, they could put Fox, FX, and ABC television fare on Hulu, kids shows on Disney Now, sports streams and other exclusive sports content on the ESPN Plus app, and the bottomless Disney catalog of movies, including the Marvel and Star Wars universes, could be on the app that's coming out in 2019. So in some ways, Disney doesn't really need Hulu. You could argue it's more of a nice plus of the Fox acquisition than anything else. And then, of course, for the third option, none of this may happen at all if federal regulators force Disney to divest of its stake in Hulu. That one is up to the old FTC. So, Disney has a decision to make. Will they try to buy out Comcast's stake or split up content across streaming services? The answer to that will come down to whether Disney will take full control of the entity or figure out a way to make it collaborative for all the players involved.